Welcome back to more Pheonix Wright Justice for All. In the last episode, we scanned Cordia's room with a bug sweeper that Gumshoe made when he was in elementary school. Still wondering about that. And we found some pretty interesting objects. So let's start off with the camera. So this tiny thing is... I thought he was about to say, so this tiny thing is called the camera. I was about to faceplant. Anyway, yep, it's a pinhole CCD camera, pal. It's a small, high-grade video camera mostly used in security systems. So it's a video camera. It runs on a battery, which comes with a set. But there's no videotape in this camera. This is the only camera part here, pal. The tape recorder with the tape inside it is somewhere else. Somewhere else? The footage is changed into radio waves, and it's sent over to that recorder. Radio waves? So it's sort of like a TV broadcast, isn't it? Hey, you know, you're right. Transmitter. So, what is the transmitter? It's a device that sends footage the camera took to a specific destination. It's like a video version of the listening device, pal. It looks like it's attached to a small clock-like thing. Oh, that's a timer, pal. You can set it to turn the camera on and record it at a certain time. You can set it for a certain time? Yep, let's see. This looks like it was set to start at 8 p.m. and go for 1 hour. 8 p.m.? There's no depth date, so it's been recording every night, I'd guess. But, Mr. Detective, how long has this bear been in here? I'm pretty sure it's been here since the night of the murder. Then maybe this camera caught the murder on tape. What? If you think about the angle the bear is at, it's bound to have had a clear shot of the whole crime, pal. Ah. Stuffed teddy bear. So there was a camera in this bear's eye, and it was disguised as a present. I'm sure it was here on the night of the murder, pal. It's pretty big, so it stands out pretty well in my mind. But who gave Mr. Cordia this present? I don't know, pal. But this means that someone out there got a video of what happened that night. Isn't there any way we can find out who that person is? It's impossible, pal. Radio waves can be sent almost anywhere, so there's no real way to find out. Oh. I got it. What? Hey, pal, let me borrow this mini camera for a bit. What are you going to do now? I'm going to go around the electronic shops and see if I can find out who bought this. But that's impossible. I mean, it's already 9 p.m. Leave it to me. Even if I have to search all night, I'll find your man, pal. Oh yeah, baby, it's investigating time. And he said the same thing he just said a while ago. He's gone. Yeah. But Mr. Scruffy Detective sure is a nice man. He's pushing himself so hard, all for Mystic Maya's sake. You always manage to do things in the most ineffective ways. Ah! And there he is again. You'll have to excuse me, I heard your conversation just now. Edgeworth, eavesdropping, really? But what are you doing here? A rescue team has been created and deployed. I can't say I'm optimistic, but we have to move forward, one step at a time. I see, thanks. Don't thank me yet. We still have to find her. So there was a spy camera hidden inside this stuffed animal, huh? You are one lucky man, right? Eh? Do you know what this stuffed bear, little girl? I have no idea. Of course not. The marker of this bear is a very expensive luxury brand from overseas. It's completely handmade, and there are very few that are exported here. What? The camera and transmitter that the scatterbrain detective took with him are dead ends. Things like those can be bought anywhere. However, this bear is different. By tracking how it got into this country, this bear can tell us who the buyer is. Can you really do that? Mr. Nick, can you really? Well, I guess so. It's 9 p.m. I think I can still make it in time. I'll be taking this for now. I'm sure you'll have other things you have to do. And it's stuffed bear snatched up by Edgeworth. So all that evidence we just got was just pretty much pointless. Wait! What? Why are you doing this? have no interest in explaining myself to someone who cannot comprehend. But besides that, Wright, until court reconvenes tomorrow, you should concern yourself with this question. Who was the person that murdered Juan Corradia? The real killer? Do you really still think it was Adrian Andrews? To be honest, I don't know anymore. You still have a little time left. Find the truth, Wright. Everything begins with the truth. Juan Corradia's real killer is Andrews' past. The kidnapper whose sole condition is an acquittal for Mr. Engarde. And this card, Shelley the Killer. Maya. The only way I can save you now is to find all the answers to this case tonight. I don't understand what your real intention are, Edgeworth. But as you said, all I can do for now is find the truth. Screw to be continued. I'm continuing this now. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, God. Oh, this lag is terrible. Are we done saving? Yes, we are. It's 9:14 p.m. It's past 9 p.m. already, isn't it? I wonder if Mr. Edgeworth has already found Mystic Maya. These things take time. I'd say probably not. The police are professionals, Pearls. They'll find her, so don't you worry. And if we can win a not guilty verdict tomorrow, then everything will be okay. You're right. So the real person who killed Mr. Corradia was that assassin, Mr. Shelley the Killer, right? And the card Miss Andrews found at the crime scene seems to be proof of that. But if that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who was the one that hired the killer to begin with? Who was his client? You mean, who asked for the murder? That person didn't want to dirty their own hands in blood, but whoever his client is, they're still a killer. Who could have hired the assassin? Do you think it was Miss Andrews? I wonder. But if she was the client, then why go through the effort to stab the knife into the corpse herself? But if Miss Andrews wasn't the client, then no, it can't be. Matt Engarde himself? Was it Matt? If Mr. Engarde really did hire the assassin, then he's not innocent at all. Far from it. He would be guilty of the crime. But it can't be Mr. Engarde, right? I mean, when we first talked with him... Mr. Engarde, I'd like to ask one more question. Did you kill Mr. Juan Corradia? Alright, just so we're clear, dude. I didn't kill anyone, and that includes Juan Corradia, alright? Okay. I was trying to recreate it from, like, all that time ago, but now that I'm getting into the habit of saying Corradia, it's kind of hard to just go with, like, however I was pronouncing it. She did? What'd she say? I forget. So what is this interesting thing? Oh, that's right, you didn't hear it, did you, Pearls? I was yawning during all of that. Oh yeah, that was very interesting. Because I remember the suspense music had been playing. Mr. Engarde's secret? What is the secret? I don't know yet. But for now, let's think about it this way. Mr. Corradia was going to reveal this secret. That means... Mr. Engarde had plenty of motive to have Mr. Corradia silenced. Which means we have to meet Mr. Engarde. There's no way around it now. So let's go. Wow, it's really getting late, isn't it, Mr. Nick? Yeah, it's past 9 p.m. already. But we still have some things to prepare for tomorrow's trial. There's still the matter of this secret Mr. Corradia had on Mr. Engarde, and Miss Andrews' real intention. These are two things I must know tonight. But aren't visiting hours over at the detention center? I'm sure we'll think of something, Pearls. Don't you worry. Oi. Ah! Oh, okay, good. She left. Hey, wait! What is it, whippersnapper? Come on, Pheonix. Like just now, I was handed this strange device for who knows what reason, and I was told to use it to search the whole hotel. That's the bug sweeper, isn't it? I don't know, and frankly, I don't care, but the request came from Edgypoo, so... Edgeworth? And he said... If you feel angry, direct your anger at that unsophisticated lawyer. So I'm going to feel free to direct all my anger towards you. Gee, thanks a bundle, Edgeworth. What a pal you are. Why are we still talking to you? This is absolutely top secret, so you had better keep it to yourselves. I heard they found a spy camera hidden in one of the presents. Very interesting. I'm sure it was, you know, it was to catch poor Juan in the middle of a scandalous meeting. Scandalous? What's that? It means, well, you know, that gossip that's been going around about my dear Juan. Oh, you mean that thing about Miss Andrews? I'll let you in on another secret, youngin'. I know who planted that spy camera. It was that obnoxious, puffy-haired I can't speak. Photographer girl. The nerve of some people. Spying on people by herself, as if I wouldn't want to see it for myself, too. Ha! But I didn't say anything. So she has no problems with Lotta spying on Juan as long as she gets to get a piece of the action. A refreshing pair. That manager? He had a woman? Oh, her. Celestia Impacts. Married? You mean to Mr. Cordia? Really? You young kids don't know anything, do you? That girl Celestia killed herself 3 days after their marriage announcement. 3 days after their marriage announcement? What in the... Why would Miss Impacts want to kill herself? She was going to get married. Well, that's because she was thrown away, you see, by Juan. What? But they were going to get married, right? They promised each other, right? They held a grand announcement session, but 3 days later, Juan suddenly canceled their marriage. Is that true? It was in the weekly magazines. But why? Why did he do that? That was not in the magazines, unfortunately. I see. That night after Juan called off their wedding, that manager, Celestia, killed herself. How terrible. Wonder what happened between those two. Tell me more. Okay, so I guess we're done here. No, not this again. I know. So, is she done talking to us? I think we're done talking. I think we're finally done with this woman. You know what? That is completely okay with me. On that night, there must have been at least a few hundred people here. A few hundred? Jeez. Hold on a bit. Hold on 12 seconds. Moving the border. Yeah, I knew it. The borders were off. Anyway. I guess the police are done with their questioning and investigating. Looks like things here in the lobby have finally calmed down. So, I think we're done with the hotel, actually. Where to go to next? The frickin' district. Criminal Affair Department. Yeah. Feels sort of tense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick? Yeah, it does. I wonder if something happened. You're Mr. Ngarde's lawyer, right? Yes, sir. Well, we finally found just the person we've been looking for. A real decisive witness. A decisive witness? You mean for Mr. Ngarde's case? We're taking the witness's statement right now. Gotta hand it to Mr. Edgeworth. What's Edgeworth up to now? Well, who is this witness? I think you know this person quite well, Mr. Lawyer. Mr. Nick? Between the kidnapper's demands and now this, I can't see any way to win here. Oh, yeah. Mr. Edgeworth wanted me to tell you something. He did? Even though visiting hours are long over at the detention center, he wanted me to grant you a special permission, so there you go. Eh? I've already called them, so they know. Go on, go talk to your heart's content. Thank you very much. This is such good news, Mr. Nick. Go talk to your heart's content? Sounds like the police are pretty sure they've had tomorrow's trial in the bag. Oh, well, that's perfect. Well, we're just gonna head down there next time, so I will see you guys then.